welcome to another fantastic episode of ESC Fan TV. Let's crack on and start off with Cyprus. Now, Cyprus, let's face it, last year was a rip-roaring success for them. They came second with the fantastic song Fuego. Okay, this year, they're first in semi-final one. And they're going to be opening the show in Tel Aviv with Tamta and the song Replay. It's a very funky tune. Some people even call it Fuego 2.0, but come on, I think it's better than that. And there's been some awesome remixes going around on the dance floor. But let's kick things off. And I think we're going to have to get the view of our Cypriot representative first and foremost. Let's go straight across to Oban. Good evening, Oban.
Good evening, Tom. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
I'm good as well. I'm excited that we are covering Cyprus.
So what do you think of the Cypriot entry this year?
I think we've just been blessed by Tamta and Alex P. And such a high-quality song, such a showgirl, absolute amazing performer, and a great song. And I have absolute zero doubt that there will be great staging with John Baptist Group staging choreography. We are opening the show in the first semi-final, first ever performance of the Eurovision 2019. And we will be setting the bar so high that I would guess next 6 or 7 songs have no chance to qualify.
Oh, I can think of at least a couple of people who may have something to say about that. Just thinking about some of those countries that are on in the next few positions along there. Okay, Belgium being in 10th place, you know.
That's like 9 songs after Cyprus, so not 7.
Yeah. That's why I covered.
Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. So we've pointed out I can't add up. Love it. So, do you know what? Let's go across to Yerna. Cyprus, is this reciprocal voting this year? You're going to be phoning up for Cyprus. Oban's going to be phoning up for Belgium.
Yes. I will vote for Cyprus. I love it. It's on my 2nd place overall, so I really like it. It's, you know, it has like some features that are similar to Fuego, but you can hear it's a different song. And I love it. I just love it. I'm going to vote for Cyprus.
And let's bring Louise on this. Oh, by the way, good evening, Louise, obviously, as well. Sorry, my fault. What do you think Cyprus have got to do to push themselves even closer to victory this year?
Oh, I think they are going to have to do something really different to last year. I think if they come with something similar, like the choreography that Eleni had and like 4 female backing singers, it'll just like, I don't think it will bomb, but it just won't go down as well, maybe. Although that being said, you do forget that like a very small percentage of voters are actual Euro fans who remember all of these little things. But I think they'll have to come with something fresh in terms of staging because they have a good song. So I think it really totally depends on the staging. But I've heard something about it's going to be all male backing dancers. I don't know if anyone can confirm that.
Well, Oban is nodding his head. That's a good sign.
That's because he's hoping.
No, we've seen the dances. There are 4 male dancers plus the Victor will be singing along with her. So the same cast, but 4 male dancers.
I guess you have kind of had to change it from Fuego a little bit, haven't you?
Oops. Justice. Justice.
For those
so justice for a lady.
Yeah, for those listening on the podcast, that was the sound of Stuart's screen just falling flat.
Sorry, new laptop. Still getting used to it. Apologies.
So, Louise, do you see this as a definite qualifier?
Oh yeah, like without question, totally. My one little thing is I loved it on First Impact, but I've kind of forgotten it a little bit in the last few weeks. Like, and that's my kind of song, you know, like tropical, summer beat, dancey. Like, you know, I love a dance floor, but for me, Malta and Switzerland have overtaken it a bit in terms of how much I'm streaming it. So I don't know, maybe we'll make a comeback.
Interesting. I mean, let's bring Aline into this. Good evening, Aline.
Hello, hello.
Do you think the amount of remixes around of Replay are going to help or hinder its chances on the scoreboard? Because there's been like mashups with Fuego, and there's been another mashup going around with Chameleon in it. Do you think that's going to affect it at all?
I don't know. I don't think it's gonna affect it, because there's a lot of different like remixes and stuff going on. So I don't think it will affect it. I think it's a good song just as it is.
And is it something that you're going to be voting for on May the 14th?
Probably. It depends on the staging. If the staging is what I like, then I will vote for it. It's now in my kind of top 10, so we will see how it is in Tel Aviv.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, my first thoughts, like I think a lot of people would have been thought, oh my God, Fuego 2.0. But to be honest, just stand out. You know, she stands out herself really, really well. To be fair, I think I agree with Louise. We've just got to wait for the staging on this one, and I think having the guys there instead of the girl dancers, it's going to make it look a bit different. And I think she can do it, and she'll certainly qualify. I've got no doubt about it that she'll be in that final.
Okay, let's just introduce our final two panelists onto this. Let's say hey to Martin and to Mitchell.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hey. So we're talking about Cyprus. Is it going to qualify? Is it not going to qualify? Do you reckon they're going to actually go for victory this year as well? We'll go for Martin first.
Okay, fair enough. Qualify, yes. Winning, it partly depends on where it's going to be drawn in the final. Might have a bit of an influence on whether it wins or not. Staging is all important. I mean, Tamta has got a brilliant live voice anyway, so I've got no problems with that happening. They've got a great songwriter, again, obviously the same person who did Fuego. They got one of the best Eurovision stage design choreographers. So everything's there. It's just whether it all happens on the night, and whether other things happen to other people that maybe they don't click on the night. So it's there. Cyprus is going to be there or thereabouts, I think.
Okay, and Mitchell, what's your take on Cyprus?
I think it'll do really well. I actually really like this song. It has a really good kind of combination of vocals and synth, and yeah, it'll be really fun to see actually what they do, the staging and everything. I'm just extremely curious with this one. I think it'll definitely qualify to the final, and then we'll have to see when it's up there with all the others, what people dedicated their votes to. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if it's top 10. Could be. We'll see.
Oh, see, Oben's got his fingers crossed there, quite tightly. I think, panel, are we all in agreement? You can show me with a thumbs up. Are we all in agreement that this is a definite qualifier for the final this year? And see some people. Hey. So, the only thing that needs to do is, Stuart, what's the chat room saying this evening about Cyprus?
Louise, you got a lot of fans in the chat room this evening.
Oh.
Yeah, a lot of love for you. Everyone's loving Cyprus as well. Everyone's thinking that Cyprus is going to qualify. I don't think there's anyone who is saying Cyprus won't qualify. Can I just say on Tamta, I'm old enough to remember her entry from 2007 that nearly was. Song called With Love, which narrowly was defeated by Yasu Maria, which went on to represent Greece in 2007. Not Cyprus, Greece back then. I think Tamta's going to have a really, really good, strong entry this year. I'm really excited to see the choreography. Sacha Jean-Baptiste is a fantastic choreographer, responsible for Fuego. And let's not forget, Alex P has written some cracking songs. Ivy Adamu in 2012 for Cyprus, and not to forget Azerbaijan 2009. I saw Anarash.
Oh, excellent! So I mean, I quite like the Cypriot song. I think it's, as Stuart might say, it's a hashtag banger. I think this is a great song to dance to, and yeah, I look forward to seeing this qualify, and hopefully. When Tamta puts her hand in the little pot in the press conference, on the evening of May 14th or early hours of May 15th, she'll be pulling out a ticket that says second half, because I think that would be a very, very good draw for her.